Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good evening. Then this evening I would like to share to all of you about and the way how to go to the Nibbana. Don't worry, we are going to the Nibbana tonight, okay? Do you want to go or don't want to go? If you have attachment, you cannot go, okay? So tonight listen carefully, trying to carry out all the attachment. Listen at the same time, practice inside. Then at the end of the thought, you can go to the Nibbana, either Sotapan or Arahant. Okay? It is very important for us to understand how to, and then now you come for the retreat, although short retreat, but you need to know the purpose of meditation. This is what is the purpose for the meditation. Different people has different intention, different direction too. Direction means some people like to go to be a Buddha. It's okay. In the Mahayana tradition, like Taiwan, Hong Kong, mostly their country had their intention to coming for the retreat and practicing all the meditations and to be a Buddha. But in Theravada tradition, we emphasize a lot on Nibbana. We want to go to the Nibbana in this lifetime. If this life cannot, next life we have to continuously try. Okay, so anyway, both are very good. So we have to combine together. For the Arahant practice, very, very important. The Buddha also, why we can tell that both are very good and very important. Our Buddha, before he became enlightened, he had been practicing about bodhisatta lifetime for many, many lifetimes. You might know about that. And then for why he had to suffer for many, many lifetimes? Because he went to help people. He felt that many people had a lot of suffering, a lot of samsara, a lot of suffer, going around again and again, life one life to another. No? So now you feel enjoying because you have good family, you have good support, you feel good with your life. When you get old, when you get sick, you don't feel good with your life. That's true. When you separate with some you beloved, you will feel suffering. Then only you will realize that life is very suffering. Now, okay, you can enjoy, okay? So one day you will feel in this way. So Buddha have very high wisdom. Before he prayed to be a Buddha, he had that intention. He knew that people had a lot of suffering. The time he went to go to the Nibbana, it's very easier for him. He met one of the famous Buddha. At the time he listened about one sentence of Dhamma talk or one paragraph of Dhamma talk, he can be Arahant at that moment. No? But he didn't want, he trying to pray against to be a Buddha. For that Buddha life, he had to suffer long of journey. It also suffer. He should not stay all the time in the heaven and in the Brahma ring. He had to go down all the time to the human being, and also he had to go to the many lifetimes to the animal. So why he have to go many lifetimes to the human and animal lifetimes? Human and animal has a lot of suffering. You can say that their lifestyle is different from the heaven and the Brahma ring. So if he want to teach people, he have to understand what is the truth of suffering. He need to learn first. He need to suffer first a lot of time. Then only that wisdom will create him to get the next time when he teach the Dhamma, easier for him. And the wisdom will be supportable because he had experience. Just memorize only. When he sees somebody as something happen, he had that experience, so he can solve the problem easily, okay? So meditation teacher, here can be many people, and also next time can be meditation teacher. So if you want to teach people, you need to understand the truth of the suffering first, okay? And don't scared about suffering. Sit the whole day, okay? A little bit of pain, try to ignore. Don't be scared. Oh, because I'm painful, I'm not happy with the breath, I want to go back home. And that cannot be a Buddha, okay? If you want to get free from suffering, you have to suffer. One sitting come, the next sitting disappear, another sitting come again. Also, not easy to be a Buddha, okay? For the Buddha, you need strong effort, strong determination. I will meditate every sitting. even broken off my leg doesn't matter. Okay, I will try. In this way only you will be successful for your practice. Okay, so very important to be joined together. And then after he have been practicing, and then the last life he have been practicing in the forest, in the Uruvela forest for 6 years. You might know about the story. He tried so hard, and then after the end of the practice, he got enlightened. And a very detailed practice also. Then next time you come for the retreat, I will explain in detail, okay? So after practicing for the meditation, the first time, he got a psychic power, but looking at the many past life, he could see his many past life. There's also one kind of psychic power. And number 2 is he had diva eyes. And diva eyes means he could, whoever he went to see, he could see very clearly, many things he could see. And also number 3 is he had this, and then we call it asavakaya jnana. Asavakaya jnana, who after enlightened, after arahant, only the kind of wisdom happened. So very high wisdom, very high knowledge what happened to him. So there's after he got enlightened, and he was the next day, after practicing, he had continuously practiced 77 days, okay? Then after 49 days, he was realized that who I should teach meditation. He had to teach. Then after he had that thought, he also contemplated. The Dhamma is very deep and very profound. And then nowadays, many people have very strong attachment and they like to get a lot of attachment to the other things themselves and their family and their properties. Now I have to teach to them and all they have to let go opposite, two direction, 180 degrees, okay? So totally different. I have to tell them how to let go of attachment. But they have very strong attachment. I don't think so they can follow it. I don't think so they can practice. So only waste my time, how much I taught, so I don't think so they will follow it. Then the Buddha had the idea, the thought, then after that he was decided I'm not to teach anymore. I just try to practice by myself. Then we would, at the time in the Brahma ring, become Maha Brahma, so he have psychic power to know about that, what I thought. Then he was also worried that when Buddha teach to the beings, to the human beings and Brahma ring, they also want to listen to Dhamma. So then they came down and paid respect to the Buddha and approached, and they have asked request to the Buddha and for the teaching of the Dhamma. Then after the Buddha was okay, and he was agreed that, then he was start to realize who I shall teach. Then after realizing that in his mind he saw 2 of his teachers before he practiced in the forest. He have 2 teachers who have been teaching him until 7 jhana and 8 jhana. So there's 2 teachers he went to teach firstly. So then, but the time they already passed away, they have been living in the Arupa Brahma, in material jhana range. They don't have body form, only consciousness. Even he went to teach, also they could not listen because they don't have ear. No? So there's the reason he had to let go about his teaching. He should not think about that. And he was cancer. Then after that, secondly, he was staying again. And another one is he saw that when he was practicing in the Uruvela forest, 5 of the bhikkhus were really taking care of him. So I think you might heard about that. We call it Pancha Vakiya, 5 bhikkhus. Since he was young, one of the Venerable Continua was taking care of him. Always they knew that he will be a Buddha for one day. That's because of that they always follow it and they have been practicing in the forest and taking care of him. The time Buddha was practiced very strongly and putting a lot of effort, and they became skeleton. So that was the time they was very respect and they taking care of him so much. Then after that Buddha was realized that I tried so hard. I don't think so everyone can do it in this way. And I said, although I have put in a lot of effort, but I cannot attain any jhana, or I cannot attain Nibbana. There must be something wrong in my practice. He was realized that. After realizing, then he was recognized that, and I must be balanced for my practice, because we call it as the Majjhima Patipada. measurement at the middle weight. Now extremely he put it in this way. So he had to be balanced on that. So then after he realized that I need to eat the food, must be recover, my body need to be strong, then only my mind can be peaceful. After that he went for the Pinava, he started to take the food. Because he started to take the food, 5 bhikkhu didn't respect him. Now the time his name was Siddhartha, people Buddha. And now Siddhartha was changing his mind. Last time he went to a Buddha, he tried so hard. Now his intentions are changed. He cannot take any suffering in his mind. Now he's changed to a luxury life. He just want to take care of his body. He went to take the food, and then there's a reason they didn't like him, and they just want to depart. And then they went separate from the Buddha, bodhisatta. The time bodhisatta was alone, he had been practicing meditation in the forest, and he had been taking care of his food and the fruits of going Panava. Then one of the day, he was the last day of his practice under the Bodhi tree in the Uruvela forest. So he was practicing meditation. Then he was realized that he had strong determination. I will practice meditation until I get enlightened, arahant. If I cannot get arahant, I will never wake up, never go out. And that strong determination. After that, he was start to realize that all the way I have been suffer for the meditation because I'm not balancing of my mind. Now I need to be balanced. And also he recovered that when he was 1 year old. His father, their parents brought him to the paddy field. They had ceremony. Then they live in him and under the tree, under the barren tree. So he was alone. He was there's his parami without teacher. He was contemplating by anapanasati, in-breath and out-breath. Okay, and so because he contemplated my in-breath, out-breath, he got a strong concentration. He got the first jhana at the moment. After he attained first jhana, his body was linking out, and inside the air was thrown. Just entered the jhana very nicely and peacefully. When the parent came back and looked at him, he was very happy and very respectfully. They were bound down to him. So that feeling is very soothing, and then he will recognize that, that must be the best way for me to practice. I must practice in this way. Then only my mind can be balanced, it can be peaceful. So he recognized, and after that he practiced again. Easily he could attain until 4 jhana at that night. Then after that he started to practice continuously. He got just now what I explained. 3, the first one, knowing about many past lives. The second one, understanding about the divine eyes. And then the third one, inside knowledge. Step by step happen at the same night. And the next day enlighten. Okay, so he started to think about gratitude before he practicing Buddhist meditation. 5 bhikkhus were really taking care of him. He went to gratitude back again. So he was, okay, I shall go and, although they didn't like me, so I have to go and teach them. And then he have decided, and from Uruvela forest to go into the Varanasi. Varanasi, you might know, next time you go to visit India, you might know that place. So he went to the Varanasi forest. Then he met 5 other bhikkhus. And the 5 of the bhikkhus were decided when the Buddha came. Now, when they saw the Buddha came to their place, they didn't know yet Buddha already attained arahant. So they have discussion, some kind of discussion. Now he started to come back to us. Better don't talk to him. We just trying to take care of our group. Don't associate with him. They didn't want to associate with Buddha. They didn't want to take care of him. And then Buddha knew that Buddha had very strong psychic power. Okay, so Buddha knew that they didn't want him to come to their place, but Buddha have, and intentionally Buddha have been there. As soon as Buddha entered to their compound, they could not stand. Immediately one person going to approach him, another one is everybody taking care of him. That is also his power and parami. Then the Buddha also just nicely smiled to them, and they have been invited. Buddha was in sit down on one of the place. Then all the bhikkhus were surrounding on the Buddha. The time Buddha was started to give the Dhamma talk to the 5 bhikkhus. That Dhamma talk is very important to be around. To be enlightenment and this after the arahant. If you know how to practice, you can be arahant too. Not only for sotapan, but after this Dhamma talk, Venerable Sariputta, only one Mahathera attained sotapan. Why I can tell that not only sotapan, you can practice anti arahant. At the same time, many Brahma and Deva came down and listened. Million of the Deva and Brahma came down and listening on the Buddha Dhamma thought. The Dhamma thought is called the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutra. So after listening on that Dhamma thought, many Brahma and Deva have attained Arahant. So we can tell that it depends on your wisdom, how much you can follow it. If you really can penetrate deeply on that sutta, you can attain anti-Arahant. Okay? If not so sharp, can get anti-Sotapan. I cannot tell the next, okay? The next one I don't want to tell anymore, okay? This too. So, after that you might think I'm not drunk. So, some people are chanted for many times. Huh? I don't know how many times you have been chanted. Sure, Buddhist fellowships will chant this sutra, Dhammacakkappavattana Sutra. It is true? Dhammacakkappavattana Sutra. Have you chanted? Never? Oh, very famous. It's a very important sutta. In Brahma Vihari in Burma, in our center, every full moon day we chant under the Bodhi tree. We pray for the Buddha and respect the Dhamma today, And we also chant at the same time for the Deva also. Because some Deva might want to listen, Pali they could understand. After listening, they can be attend to the enlighten to this our intention. So we did chant it. In the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutra, he was mentioned that mainly from the beginning up to the first, we're trying to practice anti-Sotapan. Sotapan, the first level of enlighten. In this sutra, mainly he emphasized about the Four Noble Truths, okay? Four Noble Truths, understand? Four Noble Truths, the truth of the suffering. Number one, this we call dukkha satcha. Number two, the origin of the suffering, we call samudaya satcha. Number three, and the cessation of the suffering, this we call nirodha satcha. And number four, the way leading to the sensation of the suffering. That is we call the and nirodha satcha, okay? So these Four Noble Truths are very, very important for us to understand one by one, okay? The first one is the truth of the suffering, dukkha satcha. The meaning of dukkha satcha. In this sutta, the Buddha mainly emphasized about that 5 aggregate, 5 aggregate khandha, we call that. 5 aggregate is, okay, the first one is rupa padana khandha, body aggregate, matter aggregate. We call that for the rupa. Understand? Today Dhamma talk is very difficult, okay, but trying to listen carefully. It's very good for you for your future practice. If you don't know how to practice on the way, what is the way to the Nibbana, also very difficult, wasting your time. You are losing the way. So we really need to understand what is the method to go into the Nibbana. Okay, so what we need to practice. That is very important for us, only knowing only what we know. Okay, so there is a. Then says in this first aggregate is the first one is for the rupa. Rupa is a matter, and then aggregate of matter. Number 2, aggregate of feeling. Number 3, aggregate of perception. Number 4, aggregate of matter formation. Number 5, aggregate of the consciousness. 5 aggregate. Okay, we call it Rupa Khandha, Vedana Khandha, Sanya Khandha, Sankhara Khandha, and Vijnana Khandha, 5 aggregate Khandha. So very important to understand. And then combined about that, there is also we call it mind and matter. The first one, Rupa Khandha's aggregate of matter, that is for the Rupa matter. Another 4, feeling, perception, matter formation, and another one is the consciousness. 4 them as we call it, and the mind session. So combine this mind and matter only. Okay? So mind and matter are the object of vipassana too. Who want to practice vipassana in the future. This is very important for us to understand. So in the sutra, mainly Buddha emphasized when doing chanting time, you will see that and the dukkha satcha, samudaya satcha again in this sutra, and also again about feeling aggregate, rupa khandha and vedana khandha and feeling aggregate, perception aggregate. After that, you can learn about that, so you will understand more. And also in this, the first one, the truth of the suffering, how to practice in our body, in our insight. Also, we have the method in this sutta. He explained that for the practice, the Noble Eightfold Path. So when you chant in Thai, you say right speech, right action, right livelihood. This one is for the morality group. We call it, okay? And we call it Samma Vacha, Samma Kammanta, Samma Ajiva, Pali name. When you're doing Dhammacakka chanting Thai, you have to chant about these words. So Samma Vacha means right speech. Samma Kammanta, right livelihood. Samma Kammanta is a right livelihood. And Samma Vacha is right speech. These three, okay? Right action. So another one is a right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration for the concentration group. So now we are practicing concentration group, practicing by anapanasati, concentrating on in-breath and out-breath. For knowing of the breath for a long time, we need the mindfulness. It's very important. Now after practicing for a few days, you understand it. Your mind need to be always with the breath. And your mind's going to the somewhere you can feel the breath, then concentration will drop because you are not with the breath. Your mind is totally distant from the breath, the mindfulness is not strong enough on the breath. That's the reason we cannot get concentration, okay? So the effort also very important. The mindfulness and the effort will support for your concentration. So these three characteristics joined together, this we call concentration group. Okay, another one is the wisdom. Wisdom group has two characteristics, right thinking and right view. This is the right thinking can be arised after understanding about inside Nama Rupa, why it's happening, arising and passing. Truly understand what is not mine, not me, not my husband. Okay, then only the right thinking and right view will happen. This is the final part. The beginning we can let go easily. It is true? Can you let go easily? If I tell you this is not your son, this is not your children, can you accept or cannot accept? This is not your husband, can you accept or cannot accept? Cannot accept. After you know about Rupa Kalapa and arising and passing, oh, this is not my husband, only Rupa Kalapa. Okay, arising and passing on Rupa and Nama only. This true understanding arriving, only we can let go. It is true? So that's the latest part, okay? Wisdom is the latest part. So for that understanding in the beginning, we really need to know how to practice and take this vipassana, inside knowledge. We have to practice step by step, okay? Step by step means, okay, now for the right speech, right action, right livelihood, there is a constant, the morality group easier for us. Now you practice every set. Good or not good? How do you feel now? The first day and after a few days of giving every set, do you feel any different in your mind and the body? Can you differentiate? Not yet. If not yet, try and 1 year, okay? Then only slowly you will feel it, okay? Because you see, because you didn't realize, you have to realize every night and every morning. Now I'm giving praise. I didn't kill any beings, any insect. You must be happy. And a kind of happiness will be arise. It is true. If you're doing good thing, you need to contemplate again. You must be happy, happily do. Because of coming to the retreat regulation, rules and regulations like that, I have to follow it. Not happy, but I have to follow it. You are not happy, so you cannot get good karma, okay? You get the precept with happiness. Then only slowly the mind thought process will happen, and happiness will create a good karma. How much you do if you are not happy? To meditate, you feel only suffering. I'm not happy with meditation, retreat, and also no good karma, okay? Suffering, never mind, you must be happy. Okay, pain, never mind, you must be happy. Then only you will be good with that feeling, okay? Understand? Understand? Okay, so that's important. Okay, then I have to let go. But the first one, keeping the precepts, very easy for us to try to do about it. 5 precepts also okay. And so the first group is easier for us. Now going to the second group. You can't let go about concentration. You know? Concentration is very important because in this sutra, Buddha explained that right samadhi, sama samadhi, right concentration. Very important. Buddha is when to be a Nibbana practice, you need concentration. The Noble Eightfold Path, you can't do the Noble Sevenfold Path. Some people told the concentration not important, no need to practice let go. I just want to practice what I know, what I want. This cannot. Buddha is trained you to do it, have to do it, have to practice, okay? So for the concentration practice, Buddha teaches about 40 ways of meditation subject. You can choose either which one you like it, anapanasati or 4 elements meditation. Now we have very short retreat, so we encourage students to practice for anapanasati. Also good, many people are successful, but many people could see the light. It's very good result, you know. Next year I will do more longer retreat, so you can go jhana, okay? So there's emphasize about the concentration after the first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, and fourth jhana. If you have fourth jhana, the mind is very powerful and very strong concentration will happen. That concentration mind will support you to see about vipassana for the wisdom session, okay? Without concentration, very difficult to analyze inside. Now, roughly you can check, okay, you please try to close your eyes and try to think about 32 part of body. 32 part of body mean all the organs inside, heart, liver, and then the blood. Please close now. Okay, so I can rest for a while. Okay, trying to think, trying to check inside. Can you see your heart, your liver? Can you see? Can you see all the 32 parts? Cannot. Please answer. Cannot. Why cannot? You know why cannot? Because of not enough concentration. If you have concentration, you easily can see it. You know, there's inside also a lot of bacteria. You know, you see that in your skin is many holes. The sweat came from the hole, you know. So now you can see easily by your ordinary eyes. You need microscope to check. You need spectacle, high power. And in front of the eyes, there only you really can penetrate, can see there are many holes. It is true. So the same as that, now our eye is blind. Our mind is blind by delusion. You know, delusion is unclear. Not clear at all, so we need to be clear by concentration, layer and layer. First jhana concentration mind clear up by your delusion mind. Fourth jhana clear out by your delusion. Then slowly our mind can be brighter and clear. Same as the power, how you penetrate in jhana. Your jhana concentration in deep, the mind becomes very, very deep. Also very strong concentration happen. Same with microscope power. Then from there we can start to overlook the whole body and concentrate your head hair, body hair, then slowly appear in your mind very clearly. So each part of body are very clear. Okay, so then you know about all the 32 part of body is by the concentration that we can contemplate at that moment. There is, and then repulsion about our body. The true thing we know that what is inside, all the organs. Beautiful. Okay, so you know that all the organs, whoever who you have touched, just trying to look at it, when concentration, you will see all the 32 part of body. Okay, in this way, Buddha encouraged us to see all our skeleton, all our 32 part of body. This is the first step of vipassana inside. Okay, we really understand why inside by concentration. The second level, he has been teaching many ways, mind and matter, how to look at it. For the matter, rupa, 28 types of rupa. We have to check inside our body. And also the mind, just now 4 ways we can practice systematically, wholesome or unwholesome, and different types of mind will happen. So we also need to check about that. Then after that only we can do vipassana. Okay. From this, we also want to, after you practicing that, you can be attentive and the truth of the suffering. We understand about this 5 aggregate. Understanding about 5 aggregate khandha. After the first noble truth, we still need to go about the second noble truth, the origin of the suffering. Now, present life, you have mind and matter in your body in the present moment. We need to contemplate that there is the suffering body and the mind. That suffering mind and body is caused by the dislike karma or previous karma. Cause and effect we need to know now. Dependent origination is the origin of the suffering, the second noble truth. Okay? So that dependent origination is we need to know about past life, present life, and future life. Cause and effect. Why this body happened to me? Why this kind of mind happened to me in this lifetime? Present body is connected with previous karma. Deeply Not this life karma, okay? Previous life karma. So we need to know previous life. Where are you come from? What are you doing? What is your intention for this life? What kind of attachment with you? Understand? So if we cannot check, we cannot see about our past life. It's very difficult to check about this thing. When you really see only, okay, you slowly, step by step, next time I will explain detail, okay? Practice about Nama and Rupa Vipassana step by step until you get into the mother wounds. After you reach to the mother wound level, you need to practice again Vipassana at that moment, trying to do determination. Then you will start to see about past life picture. And there's past life picture you need to do about Vipassana and concentrate on their habits. Then in the mind to mind can contact. And previous life, your mind and now minds in now present moment, you can contact. The time we can contemplate about previous lifetime, what is your thinking, what is your view? Avijja, tanha, avijja means ignorance. Ignorance means, oh, next life I want to go to the human life. I want to be a lady, I want to be a man, I want to be a deva, and a bhikkhu or nuns or any kinds of the idea for you that all are wrong view. Where you want to go, everywhere, there's all a wrong view concept, wrong concept. Right view means, right understanding means, you see that no man, no ladies, only Rupa Kalapa. Okay, arising and passing by Rupa Kalapa, there is right view. You should not have the perception that you should not get any concept, but there is man, there is female, there is a lady, there is a deva, deities, cannot get kind of intention. They cannot get the kind of understanding. All are wrong understanding there. Because of that wrong understanding, we call that this wrong understanding avijja, ignorance. Because of that ignorance, that the life is going one life to another. So that attachment will create you to get karma. The karma in the previous lifetime you pray. There is a reason. We need to understand cause and effect. Okay? After understanding about cause and effect, dependent origination, only these two noble truths are the object of the vipassana. You practice again. Then in the end, you will get Sotapan. Sotapan is the first level of the enlighten. Okay? So for that Sotapan, you really need to understand Nama, Rupa, and concentration step by step detail. After Sotapan, straight continuously you need to practice. When there's sutta may be a bit difficult for the vipassana insight knowledge, the mainly Venerable Sariputta was teaching to the Anathapindika, very rich man in the time of the Buddha. I think you might heard about that. For the lady is Visakha, and for the man is Anathapindika. And he was offering Jeta Grove monastery in Savatthi for the Buddha and the Sangha communities, very big temple. Also, not only offering temple, he has been support a lot of food and a lot of things for the Sangha community. And every day he has been visit to the monastery and pay respect to the Buddha and Sangha, offering and listening Dhamma talk. And because he has very good parami, after he met Buddha, he had been already practiced about until Sotapan. After Sotapan, he didn't practice much. He feels safe. Okay, my life is safe, no need to go to the hair. Okay, he enjoy with the dana. He like to do dana. Only interested about dana, how I shall have bhikkhu, what they need. He was always spend his time with the dana. And also many bhikkhu was always talking to him about Dana Sutta. How good, because he was very keen for the Dana, okay? So all the time, whenever bhikkhu, he gives offering, hey, the Dana is very good for you. After you die, you can go to the heaven, and Dana, the quality of Dana, okay? Always, he has been listening about that kind of Dhamma talk. And then there's also one reason I think he didn't improve on his meditation. He didn't try until Arahant. In a different way, maybe he also might have attention. He went to enjoy in the heaven step by step before he became an arahant. There's also much reason. So then he was spending a lot more time in the monastery and doing Vedana. One of the day, aging started to happen. After aging, he started to get sick, very, very sick in the day. And the last day of his life, he knew himself. He was very uncomfortable. He knew that today I will die, very soon I will be dying, so I want to pay respect to the Buddha. I also want to listen to the Dhamma. There is the nature of that consciousness. Before you die, you will clean that who you really love, who you really have attached, what is your attachment, and the image will clearly appear to you. mostly people in this way happen in this way. So he also had the kind of intention. He went to listen the Dhamma talk from the Venerable Sariputta, not from the Buddha. Buddha also liked him very much. Buddha had been supporting him, and he had been supporting the Buddha too. If he invited Buddha, sure the Buddha will come to him and the Buddha will give Dhamma talk. But he didn't want to listen. Maybe he didn't want to disturb. I'm not sure. Okay, I don't know about his mind intention. He didn't invite bhikkhu, so he asked his one of the worker. He called in that he told, please go to the Jetavana monastery and please pay respect to the Buddha and please explain to the Buddha. But now, when Anathapindika, we call Dayaka, late Buddhist, was now very, very ill. He was nearly dying. And then today, very sorry about it. He could not come to the monastery, and then just pay respect to him. Pay respect from me. Please explain to the Buddha. He did mention to the worker. So, and also he asked the after Buddha, please go to the Venerable Sariputta place and pay respect to him again. After the priest and invite to the Venerable Sariputta to come. If he is available, please come to my place, my house, and I want to listen. But I would like to listen about some kinds of Dhamma talk from him before I die. So please explain. So he was asked the worker also followed by his instruction. Then in the end, okay, Venerable Sariputta will agree that. So then after Venerable Sariputta, and after that, Venerable Sariputta was preparing by his robe, and then he also invited Venerable Ananda. Venerable Ananda, who are really taking care of the Buddha, always taking care. So existent to it. So both of the big Venerable went to the Anathapindika's house. As soon as you reach, Anathapindika was lying on the bed, and then Venerable Sariputta started to talk to him. And then, how are you? And just say hello. And do you think you will be recovered? Do you feeling better? And he asked the kind of question. And also he asked that, and do you think you will be recovered from the kind of sickness? And Venerable Sariputta was asked 3 questions. Then at the same time he was answered it. And then in my inside was so much suffering and a lot of pain. And also I feel very painful in my heart, and I don't feel good in my body, and also I didn't feel that I can be continuous in this life. And very soon I will die. I feel in this way. So he was telling to the Venerable Sariputta. Then Venerable Sariputta was, after listening by Venerable and Anathapindika, he was decided. Now is the last time for him, the last moment. The time is very short. If I explain other things, I will talk about others, maybe not so benefit for him. Then now I shall get the deep Dhamma taught me better for his future. Depends on his parami. If after my explanation, if he could practice, he can be arahant in this lifetime. If this lifetime he cannot, maybe future, when he go to the heaven, he can continuously practice. That's the reason Venerable Sariputta was giving the Dhamma talk. That taught, the name of the Dhamma talk is Anathapindikavada. Okay, the name of the Dhamma. Only now we start. Okay. So there's a very famous sutta, and also we call it Sunyata Sutta. Sunyata is nothingness, no more object. And in the end, we're going to the Nibbana, so Nibbana object. So in this sutta, then he was continuously, he didn't tell how to stop or concentration, anything, because he knew Anathapindika was Sotapan. Sotapan understood about concentration. Sotapan understood about Namarupa. Sotapan understood about dependent originations. For him, no need to teach about that. Understand? So many people have misunderstanding. People, because of Venerable Sariputta and Buddha having many teachings in different ways, and so many disciples too. Sometimes they will start to teach, but very, very beginning ones. Concentrate anapana, how to concentrate, trying to quiet, and he will teach from the beginning. Some, they knew that he was his level of the practice. He knew that he is sort of, for him, we don't need to start, no need to explain about anapana in the outbreak, how to concentrate, and we cannot explain about how to look at the past life. He knew, so we just explain about dry vipassana. Okay? why he teach Dharari Vipassana? I mean, basically they already understand, they already understood the Namarupa. Okay? So don't we misunderstand. Some people think, oh, without concentration, okay, because in this sutta, Buddha never mentioned about concentration and never teach about anapanasati. So we can go Dharari Vipassana, Namarupa. Many people have the kind of understanding too. But this, I just want to clarify about that. So different level of the practice. So then Venerable Sariputta knew that he is already Sotapanna. So I will explain to you Dharari Vipassana. So trying to concentrate in your insight at the same time. So and he explained to him that okay, for the Vipassana knowledge, we have 9 kinds of objects for the Vipassana practice. The first one is we can see the eyes transparent element in your eyes. So please try to focus in your eyes and try to look at it. Why is the eye transparent element? He was asking to the Anathapindika, the Dayaka. So at the same time, I did not know, but he really realized or not. Okay, so that is teaching. So at the same time, if he could recognize that, if you are realized that, because of his concentration, you can see easily, but eye transparent elements in the center of your eyes, and the eyeball area, not everywhere of the eyes. Okay, many people understanding that rupa means okay, eye transparent element. Eye transparent element is the whole eyes. They think in this way. It's not, you know. Eyes. Eye transparent elements different. Eye transparent elements, after you see the particles in your eyes, very, very small particles only, you can analyze that inside these particles, how many characteristics are there. The last characteristic only we call eye transparent element, clearness or rupa klapa. Okay, so different. Okay, so we have to penetrate inside in the center of our eyes and using four elements meditation in that area. After for a while, you will see that many particles are rising and passing. The sample, you know, under the sunshine, the dust moving, you might see that the kind of experience. So this under the sunshine, you see the dust moving, same as that. And you using by your concentration mind and focus that many particles are rising and passing. Then each particle is different quality. The day I already explained, remember? In the eyes, how many kinds of rupa? Do you remember? How many kinds of rupa in our eyes? Cause of the rupa. 4 causes, okay? Some particles are caused by the karma. Some particles are caused by the mind. Some particles are caused by the temperature. Some particles are caused by the nutriment. 4 causes. In the eyes, not only in the eyes, ear, nose, tongue, body, and habits, everywhere. So if you cannot see particles, how you can differentiate? There is by causing by the karma, there is causing by the temperature. You can't differentiate. Understand? If you cannot differentiate, you do not understand about rupa clearly, what the Buddha have teaching. And also because you cannot see properly about particles arising and passing, we cannot contemplate about impermanent suffering non-self too. Impermanent suffering non-self can contemplate after you see about arising and passing away about rupa in our eyes only we can contemplate. Without seeing arising and passing, you cannot contemplate, just imagination only. Okay? Okay, this is very important. Some people emphasize about vipassana, but you need to understand what is the object of vipassana. Okay? If you did not understand how to see about rupa, did not understand about how arising and passing, this is not complete practice. Okay, so after you see, but in the center when the transparent element is clear, only we have to penetrate. Each particle inside has 10 characteristics because causing by the karma had 10 characteristics. The other 3 is only 8 characteristics. In these 10 characteristics, the last characteristic only we call it ice transparent element. So you have to see antiparticles arising and passing. Okay, so then the Venerable Sariputta asked him to see, but in the eyes, eye transparent element arising and passing. After you see but arising and passing, but in your eyes, trying to contemplate about impermanence, suffering, and non-self, and also trying to contemplate that this eye transparent element is not mine. Okay, not belong to me, not myself. Understand? Understand? Because always arising and passing, arising and passing. Every moment, you cannot hold it, you cannot ask them to stay for a while also. The nature is only arising and passing only. Arising, standing moment, generate a few steps, a few rupa, then passing away. Always happen. Now, next time you have deep concentration, you can realize that. Very, very interesting, okay? After you see what in your eyes and also ear, transparent elements, same in this way. And also nose, transparent element, tongues and body and habit. We have 6 sense door, okay, in our whole body. So each part of body, each part of doors inside, we have to penetrate, same as just now in the eyes, how you look at it. The ear, also ear, transparent element arising and passing. Nose, transparent elements are arising and passing. Okay, then only contemplate impermanent, suffering, nonsense, not mine, not belong to me, not myself. Contemplate in this way, very detailed, okay? So this is only the first step. The first object is 6 kinds of transparent element. Eye transparent element, ear transparent elements, nose transparent element, body, tongues transparent element, body, and habits transparent element. So 6 kinds of transparent element are the object of vipassana. This is number 1. Okay, 9 types. Okay, remember? Huh? Number 2, okay, after eye transparent elements, for this eye transparent element, we need contact to object of color, external color, or anything, different types of material things. Also, we call the rupa object. This, for the eyes, you need the color or some object. This is also one kind of rupa, okay? Color object. For this, for the nose, for the ear, you need the sound from the external. The sound will come and impinge to the our eye transparent, ear transparent element. Then after contact only, ear consciousness arises. If without contact, we don't know anything. Because of contact, we start to know that. Okay. So for that, the sound also important for our vipassana insight knowledge. So the color, the sound, the smell, taste, and touchable, and the mind object. Okay, and then this is also one 6 kinds of rupa object too. Number 3 is contact. Contact means the color. The color will come in contact in your eyes transparent element, and then the sound will come in contact with the ear transparent elements. The smell will come in contact with your nose transparent element. So 6 kinds of contact. Okay. Also one kind of meditation object. And another one is after contact, consciousness will happen. Consciousness means eyes consciousness. Without contact, eye consciousness cannot be happen. So after eye consciousness, only eye thought process start to happen. If we are not contact, eye consciousness will not happen. We don't know what is this. The mind door will not happen. After eye consciousness, only the mind door happen in your heart base area. You will start to feel vibration, and you will start to get the kind of mind door. Eye doors means because of contact. Sorry. Okay, contact again. Okay. Okay, so 6 kinds of contact. Because of that contact, we have 6 kinds of consciousness happen. Consciousness arises when consciousness by creating, you know in your habits. Or when you look at this color after contact, you will start to feel the feeling is good. You like it, this color, you like it, this object, and that's contact. After contact, you start to feel, but there's idle thought process. Idle thought process, because of eyes, that thought process happens. So that thought process in your mind, thought in your habits, not in the brain, okay? The minds in the brain or in the habits. Some people believe habits, some people believe in the brain. Actually, it's, the Buddha teaching is in the habits, and then all the mind is happening in this way. So you start to feel the idle thought process. In that idle thought process, the mind is not so clear yet. After contemplating, we just start to know about session by session. Oh, this yellow color, and I feel good with yellow. And then it's strong, you get a vibration in your heart base. Oh, this yellow color, you feel good. Not strongly happen yet a desire. Desire start to happen. After knowing on that object, you really like it. You had a good feeling. There's a wholesome mind will create. After idle thought process, a few bhavanga. Bhavanga is life continuance happen. After a few bhavanga, only mind or thought process happen many times. So in this mind or thought process, only creating by karma, good karma or bad karma. When you contact on that object, you feel good. You might create in your mind is a wholesome mind. Okay, that's wholesome mind will produce a wholesome mind or thought process again on that object. Although you see idle thought process or mind or thought process arising and passing away, sometimes on that object you feel very good, the feeling, you feel very happy. So the mind or thought process not only consciousness. And people think that the mind is only consciousness. Not only consciousness. Consciousness, one characteristic only, one of the Jeta moment, consciousness plus other meta formation, other meta factors too. So we can see for the wholesome thought process, 34 Jeta and Cetasika. Jeta is being consciousness, Cetasika means like a feeling, perception, the kind of mind, then the meta factors, all 34 meta factors arising in the mind or thought process again. Then only we creating karma, good karma. Okay, after you see, understanding, oh now I have good thought happen to me, arising and passing. After you understanding about arising and passing, after you feel about arising and passing away, only we contemplate about impermanence. Impermanence means that mind thought process, even although good, you cannot hold it. You like it very much, you cannot hold. This not belong to you. The mind or thought process impermanently happen, arising and passing. We cannot hold it. This is not my thought. All are arising and passing. All are suffering. All are non-self. We have to contemplate in this way. Then only we really understand that on that wholesome thought process, you feel very happy. There's a feeling is so obvious than others metafactors. That's we call feeling aggregate on that mind. Understand? Five aggregate come in. Okay, so there's a mind thought process. Feeling aggregate. Sometimes good feeling, happy feeling. This we call the feeling aggregate. Sometimes unhappy feeling. You contact with something you don't like it, you feel unhappy, angry. Okay, this feeling is no good for you. There's unhappy feeling. Also we call the strongly happen. Unwholesome thought, mind or thought process again happen. This unwholesome mind or thought process we call also feeling aggregate because unhappy feeling is very strong. Sometimes you practice jhana, 4 jhana meditation. In the 4 jhana meditation, the equanimity was very strong. Equanimity is very strong. Because of that, when you practice 1 hour 4 jhana concentration, after 4 jhana, you can contemplate that this also equanimity feeling, also feeling aggregate. Understand? So very detailed and very deep. If we don't know how to look at the consciousness and the meta factors are arising in our mind, it's very difficult to analyze, very difficult to realize about what kinds of feelings, what kinds of the mind is happening to us. After understanding about mind or thought process, oh, this is feeling aggregate. Sometimes you look at the same object, the feeling is not too strong. You feel that perception, knowing of the object is very clear. Okay, clearer than others, not much feeling on that. That's we call the. Because of that, you might get wholesome too. That wholesome thought process finish, we can contemplate that there is also perception aggregate because of knowing of the object is very clear. In this way, we have to chat. Sometimes not only that metaformation and the consciousness, step by step, we can practice 5 aggregate and kanda in this way on the object or the rupa. So now 6 kinds of consciousness. This 6 consciousness will produce the mind to be good or not good, wholesome or unwholesome. Understand? So very important for us to know too. After consciousness, 6 kinds of feeling happen. Because of consciousness, the feeling arising, the feeling is just now I already explained. Good, then good thought where we create you to get wholesome, and pleasant feeling we create to get unwholesome thought. Mind or thought process, all are feeling. Okay, 6 kinds of feeling. Because eye contact, I connected with eyes, you get a feeling, different feeling, happen, different perception too. Okay, and also different metaformation and the different kinds of consciousness will arising. In the eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and habits. Connecting with this, all 6 kinds of feeling can be happen. Also, these 6 kinds of feeling also arising and passing from mind or thought process. You need to know. Okay, after passing away, only you can contemplate the impermanence, suffering, and non-self. If you cannot see about that, very difficult to analyze for vipassana inside deeply. What is 5 aggregate we cannot practice. Okay. So another one says after 6 feeling, with the 6 kinds of the elements. Elements mean 4 elements, many people know about that. 4 elements meditation too. The first one is the earth element, number 2, water element, number 3, fire, and the wind element. And another 2 is that we call space dhatu, space elements also. And number 6 is a heart base, it has kind of dhatu. We call it the hardya water. In the hardya water as a and the kinds of elements. That one is next time you see about Rupa Kalapa session, you really understand that Mano Dhatu, we call it, in the habits only arising about some kinds of Rupa Kalapa. Okay? And there's also one kind of object, 6 elements meditation. 6 element meditation, next time you practice in your body, 4 elements meditation, you can practice easily. Sometimes you meditate here, after for a while you will see about hot and cold, hardness, roughness, heaviness. Just roughly I will explain, okay? Many people also, some people practice for vipassana. So 4 elements. The first one, earth element has 6 characteristics. We can divide 2 groups. The first one, okay, heavy group. Heavy group has hardness, roughness, and heaviness. Another one is the light group, softness, smoothness, and lightness. These 2 are opposite. Although opposite, these 2 we call it under earth element. Okay, number 2 is a water element, flowing, and cohesion is tightness. Okay, these 2 characteristics are under water elements. Number 3 is a fire element, hot and cold. The feeling of hot and cold is a fire element. Number 4 is a wind element, pushing and supporting. So these 4 elements are 12 characteristics. So we have to practice systematically one by one. That's after practicing about 4 elements, we can get two kinds of result. The first one can get neighborhood at the jhana because you're practicing 4 elements meditation. Another one is we using this 4 element meditation to the deep vipassana. Now you see your eyes, you want to break it down to the particular, it's very difficult. We're using 4 element meditation in our eyes. After for a while, you start to see about particles. This is like an instrument breaking down, okay? So you say that the 4 elements is important for the vipassana too. Okay, so these 6 elements also one kind of vipassana object. Now how many? Try. Cannot. The first one, 6 kinds of transparent element. Number 2, 6 kinds of color, sound, smell object. Okay, rupa object. Number 3, 6 contact. Number 4, 6 consciousness. Number 5, 6 kinds of feeling. Number 6 kinds of element. Okay, another one is we had the 5 aggregate. 5 aggregate also one kind of meditation object, vipassana object. I already explained just now. 5 aggregate. Remember, rupa, matter aggregate, feeling aggregate, perception aggregate, matter formation aggregate, and consciousness aggregate. 5 aggregate. Just now I already explained how to practice in the mind. 5 aggregate is 4 aggregates are for the mind. Okay, so when you understand the mind or thought process, only feeling or perception or that really can separate and can understand it. There's also vipassana object. Okay, another one is a 4 arupa jhana object. Arupa jhana is we had material jhana is the first jhana to 4th jhana. Now we are practicing anapanasati. Next time you might have nimitta. On that nimitta we have to do absorption. When you're doing absorption, you can practice until 1st jhana to 4th jhana. Only 4th jhana cannot go arupa jhana. Arupa jhana means only consciousness in material jhana. So for this case, we have to practice against the white kasina or 10 kasina meditation. Choose one kasina, trying to practice until 1st to 4th. very easy. After Anapana 4 jhana, all are very easy, okay? The beginning only difficult. So after 4 jhana, on the white kasina, you start to practice space kasina, space object, 5th jhana object. 5th jhana, 6th jhana, 7th jhana, 8th jhana, we call arupa jhana, immaterial jhanas. This is also vipassana object. Venerable Sariputta is explained now, okay? Many people think that jhana is not vipassana object. Not really true. Many people, I don't know why they teach in this way. I'm really confused that. Because Venerable Sariputta and Venerable Moggallāna, they have been practicing vipassana. After Sotapan, they practice to be arahant. To be an arahant, the main object is jhana. You know how they practice? Okay, Venerable and both of them are very close friends, and also both of them how they can get Sotapan. And Venerable Sariputta, while listening by Venerable Achasti, Achasti means one of the bhikkhu in the 5 bhikkhu. That's just not the first bhikkhu group. He was listening one sentence of the Dhamma talk. After one sentence, he got he got a Sotapan. Sotapan, the first level. You cannot get jealous with him because he has a parami. His parami is very, very good. Okay, sometimes he could get and Sotapan. Why I cannot? Also, that's your problems. Okay, so some people did in this way. Many people don't need to know about Namarupa. As soon as they just listen and they go arahant. So we can try anything happen or not. If you cannot nothing happen, you have to practice. Okay, if it happen, it's very good. No need to practice the whole day. Then it's okay. Sometimes different people have different paramis, so sometimes we cannot go and fight with them. Okay, so after Sotapan, both of them are practicing vipassana. So then, at the same time, they start to practice. So Venerable Moggallāna practice vipassana, take first jhana, and then first jhana, as we just now I already explained, I don't thought process and mind don't thought process. For the mind don't thought process, he having contemplated each, we can say in the first jhana had 34 Jeta and Cetasika. Many Jeta and Cetasika. And then the whole things he trying to do about rising and passing, about vipassana, arising and passing, about okay, and impermanent suffering nonsense, mind don't thought process he did. So within 7 days, after 7 days, he got an arahant. Venerable Moggallāna very quickly happened. Venerable Sariputta did for 15 days, But in the end, Venerable Sariputta wisdom is stronger than Moggallāna. Why this thing happened? Venerable Sariputta practiced vipassana means, okay, he practiced the same object, first jhana object. He knew that 34 Jeta and Cetasika. Each characteristic, each benefactors, okay, consciousness, he knew that, okay, in this consciousness, impermanent suffering nonsense. Another one, feeling, impermanent suffering nonsense. And different, all 34 benefactors, he had been practicing each characteristic, impermanent suffering nonsense. So very patiently and very deeply he practiced. So he had to take long time. That's the reason he had, because of deep object, many objects, in the end he has very high wisdom, but same practice, okay? So they also practice jhana to be a vipassana, okay? The object of jhana too. The Buddha also, before he died, he passed away, the last moment, he had been practicing jhana, first jhana, after the 8th jhana. After 8th jhana, going back to the first jhana. After that, going to the 4th jhana. In the end, only after 4th jhana, then the right enter to the Nibbana. So they also emphasize a lot about jhana. On jhana, they practice vipassana. So don't confuse why jhana is not important or not a vipassana object. Now in this sutta, you can see very clearly 5th jhana, 6th jhana, 7th jhana, 8th jhana, object are vipassana object too. Okay? So next time I will explain in detail how to practice, but then now I will take a long time, okay? So this kind of for arupa jhana also one kind of vipassana object. And so another one is and thinking about the present. At that sutra he mentioned about present moment and the future. Okay, didn't mention about past like why he didn't mention because he knew that when he was a Sotapan, he already understood the dependent origination. He no need to explain about that. So the Venerable Sariputta asked him to practice thoroughly. Present Nama Rupa also see about rising and passing about Nama Rupa, impermanent suffering nonsense, and also contemplate that this present my body and the mind is my Rupa and Nama is not belong to me, not myself, not mine. Okay, contemplate in this way and letting go of attachment of ourselves, and also internal, external. Okay, external who you love, your family or your children, or okay, you just think about it. They also arising and passing about nama and rupa, arising and passing impermanent suffering non-self. They are not my son, not my daughter. Okay? Okay? Before you die, you have to do, okay? If not, it will be difficult for you. Okay? This is important, Tomorrow, I don't know we can see again or not. Okay, so before we die, or I'm dying, or before you die, I explain first. Okay, so just take it. Before you die, you have to contemplate in this way. This is not my son, this is not my daughter, this is not my husband. Okay? If not, you think that this is my husband, next life I want to be with him. Okay, next life together again. Okay? There's an attachment also. There's a reason Venerable Sariputta asked that, please, and trying to think about all our impermanence, rupa and nama arising and passing. Okay, then after that you contemplate about this is also one kind of vipassana object. Also in the present moment you may see that some attachment, he asks you to cut your attachment. How to cut your attachment? Before cut your attachment, you need to know why the attachment come in to you. The attachment come from where? The attachment come from where? From your eyes? Ear, nose, tongue, body, and habits. Okay? It is true. True or not? Understand not? I think I speak too clearly. Okay. The attachment comes from your eyes, ear, nose, tongue, and body contact. After contact, you get consciousness. You feel good with the object. You like it, you get attachment. It is there's dependent origination, we call that. Dependent origination is starting to come into the second noble truth again. And then this is a dependent origination in the past life, you had been creating attachment. Now, present lifetime, you have attachment again to that object. That attachment will create you to get next life when you see. And there's okay for yourself. You like it yourself. I want to be a human again. I want to get many praise. Okay, depends on your wish. So that attachment will create you to get what you want. You will get the life. Okay, I want to be reborn in the heaven. I want to be a beautiful deities or deva. Okay, so that's wish. We call it with attachment, with wrong view. Just now I already explained wrong view. Okay, because you knowing that that's wrong view and attachment create you to get next life to be a heaven again. Okay, because you have good support and good karma, you come in for the retreat for 6 days, you have very good karma now, okay? So but don't pray wrongly, okay? So there's good karma will support you. What you want will happen, okay? So it's a good marriage with you, so you need to use carefully, okay? Some people, those the teacher encourage you to pray about Nibbana. This marriage support me, I want to go to the Nibbana, I want to practice quickly. And so much support for my wisdom, that's good. Okay? If not, that's only right view and right thinking. If not, creating with wrong concept or wrong in the understanding, that's going again. You have to go the next life because of your wish. Okay, this attachment is in the dependent origination. Attachment is the borderline. Okay? This attachment will create for a future life. If you don't have any attachment in this life for yourself and external everybody, as you can cut it off, you can get arahant in this lifetime. Okay? So the Venerable Sariputta asked the Venerable Anathapindika, practice present moment, cut your all the attachment, no more attachment. Also, don't think about future. Future also cannot be happen. Don't create about future. And you think about future life, sure you have suffer. And in future also you have to do impermanent suffering non-self, practice for vipassana. But he was too late in time. He was thinking about that. And he was upset. He didn't realize when Venerable Sariputta explained, he was upset. Why I didn't listen to kind of Dhamma talk before there? Why I didn't listen? He not really penetrated about Nama and Rupa inside. He was worried that I never listened to kind of Dhamma talk. They always taught me about Dana. He was upset about that. That's the reason he could not attend Arahant time. So there's after that he didn't realize. I hope that you analyze for insight, okay, at the moment. So this attachment is very important for you to cut in this lifetime. But sometimes it's very difficult to cut. It is true? Please answer. Okay. So Attachment is different types of attachment too, internal and external attachment, okay? External, as mostly people look at somebody as it's like an actress and actor. When you see them, you feel contact with the object, you feel good in your eyes consciousness. You listen the sound, you feel good with that sound, as it's like an attachment. And so also you see that some people is beautiful, you fall in love with that, you fall in love easily that. Also can be separate because you love his eyes, ear, nose, tongue, and body. It is true? True or not? Yes. Okay, if his eyes bright or something happen in this body, do you still love or don't like it? You see that the actor is very beautiful. Next time he gets something happen in leprosy or something happen in his body, do you still love or don't like it? You still want to watch that movie or don't want? Please answer. Don't want to watch. Yes, external love, okay? Just superficial love, not deeply. You don't feel really love in your heart, you know. Deep one is when you look at somebody, you don't criticize. Although you contact, not the person is not so beautiful and it's not handsome, but you in your heart base you might feel some kinds of vibration. Okay, your bhavanga, we call it before the mind thought process happen. Or we have the unconscious mind, like a sleepy mind, without knowing the object. So all the time, with like a mother wounds, you stay for 9 months, 10 months. Oh, we have bhavanga mind. Bhavanga is unconscious all the time. We don't know wholesome or unwholesome. Only just equanimity feeling, same as that. So now, before you contact the object, the vibration is not yet happening all the time, unconscious mind. When you start to contact after consciousness, only start to feel about the object, as in only mind or thought process, just now I explained, the feelings arise. So the time with the attachment, you strongly feel that vibration is different. Sometimes you look at it, you don't feel very, very strong attachment, so the vibration is very little. Okay, your heart vibration is very little, very shallow. Don't feel heart vibration quickly. Understand what I mean? You look at all some very normal, you don't feel any emotion on that object, on that person. Okay? This is why we can tell you don't contact in your heart thoroughly. Not we can tell that you don't have connecting in the previous lifetime in this person. You cannot love easily everybody. It is true? Why you love specially, you know, like you, no? she feels strongly about her husband when she loves so much. Why this thing happen? She felt that previous lifetime she might have some connection, so she feel very touched in her heart. Huh? Yeah, true, she told her. So there is connection. She cannot love anybody like her husband. It is true? She cannot love, how can we love every man? Especially she chose him because she felt that there is connection. She feels some special in her heart. Understand? The vibration is different. So vibration is different to look at the others. Okay, this is connected by previous karma. The person handsome or not doesn't matter. She is beautiful or not doesn't matter. There is vibration where there is support by the previous karma. So many people believe that when the karma is right, you cannot avoid. People believe this way. It is true? It is true? So that karma, if you want to stop, you have to stop attachment. If you're not stopped, okay, this belongs to me, this is mine, then the next life will happen again. The next life you see that attachment to come again. There's a long journey to you to see together. That's true? You really want to go long journey? If you don't want to go, just doing vipassana. If you still want to go, can go continuously. It depends on your wish. Different people have different wish. So we cannot ask everybody to stop. We just explain but the method only, okay? When your time's right, you will stop. Your time's not right, you still need to go. This is depend on your wish. So that if you really want to stop, if you want to go Nibbana, you think in this way, trying to do vipassana on the present body and the future, okay? Future where you want to go, you don't have any intention to go to anywhere, then only you don't have any rebirth. Then only you really can stop. This connecting dependent origination and the present and cause and effect. Very important for us to understand. If you really can let go, can stop that, you can be arahant in this lifetime. Only this way we can practice to be arahant. This is the method to arahant. But very detailed and very detailed, I just explain it very shallow only. Next time you want to practice, you can practice detailed step by step. We will explain, okay? Okay, the method, I'm not an arahant, okay? I stay trying to, but a bit difficult. Stay trying to, but so also you can try. If it depends on your parami is good, you will be quicker than me. But okay, just explain the method only, okay? So anyway, we try, okay? We try our best. And then later the Buddha explained that Nibbana is the best. And so we know we're trying. So after, okay, Venerable Sariputta explained, but not explained detail, but just he explained that 6 kinds of meditations, 9 kinds of meditation subject, he explained the title only. After explanation, and then Venerable 2 or the Venerable, and it was, and then looking there, when the Anathapindika, he was started crying very loudly. So then, the time Venerable Sariputta was arahant, he don't have attachment and he don't have much development, but Venerable Ananda was only sotapan. So he still have attachment, he has a strong feeling on that, or wherever he see, he don't have equanimity much. So he was starting to get worried. Why you cry so hard and so hardly? Did you have attachment to your family? Then do you worry to let go of your family and your property? He asked that kind of question to the Anathapindikas. So when the Dayaka was answered, I didn't have any attachment to the family and my properties. I have been there good for many years ago. My mind was very upset because I could not listen to the kind of Dhamma in my lifetime. It's only this is the first time for me to listen, but too late for me. Now I cannot practice. I cannot practice clearly, and also I felt, and only I have been listening only Dhamma taught. And why not kind of Dhamma taught explain to the lay people, please teach more in the future to the lay people. He was requested to the Venerable Sariputta, then Venerable Sariputta was kept quiet and standing there. Then Venerable Ananda was maybe very talkative. And then he explained that and the kind of Dhamma taught is not suitable for the lay people. He was telling there. And why I could tell you that not suitable? You see, we have to explain that there is your eyes transparent element, ear transparent element, it not belong to you. This is not yours. Do you accept or not? Do you really accept? Can you really accept or not? He asked. Not easy to accept. It's also this is not your family. This is not your property. Although you told many times, but they could not accept. You stay clean there. It's very difficult to let go. It's very difficult to cut your attachment on this or the object. So there's the reason we don't want to waste our time. I think we talk also not useful. There's the way. So Venerable Ananda was telling to the Anathapindika. So the Anathapindikas were, and the face one turned into the Venerable Sariputta, and then he didn't want to talk about Venerable Ananda anymore. He knew that this could encourage them, so he was turning to the Venerable Sariputta. Please, Fante, please talk to the lay people next time. Please teach to the many lay people. Because in the lay people also might have very good parami. Previously we don't know, some people might have very good parami. After listening to Dhamma talk, they might change their mind or they have insight maybe mature. They also can be attend arahant. They also can practice. They maybe want to practice in this way. So I would like to encourage, I would like to apologize. Please trying to teach to that many lay people. So then, and the Venerable Sariputta was agree in the end. Okay. I was trying to teach them, and he had promised to the Anathapindikas. After that, both of them went to the monastery. After they left, after for a while, he also passed away. After passed away, he was born in the Tusita Heaven, never fall layer of the heaven. And it's a very good. As soon as he reached there, many thousand other deities are waiting for him to come, okay? And it's by his karma, don't get jealous, okay? And also very beautiful bedding, so very, very bright and very, very big, and the bedding was ready for him to stay there. So as soon as he saw for the deities and the beddings, and for ordinary people maybe enjoying, but also many, so he might be happy on that. For him, he was realized, why this thing happened to me? Why I got the kind of things? So when he realized that, the time he has psychic power, whoever reached to the heaven, they had divine eyes and the kind of psychic knowledge. So he was contemplating, why this thing happened? Oh, previous lifetime before I came here, I have been offering a lot to the Buddha and the Sangha communities, and offering many the Vedin, Jeta Grove monastery, and the many kutis, and also offering a lot of food. That karma support me to get the kind of condition. And also, Venerable Sariputta was really kindly teach me before I die. That is very good for me to learning on the Dhamma. He was contemplating. Immediately after he knew, he went down to the human beings and went to the Jeta Grove monastery and paid respect to the Buddha. He was explaining to the Buddha and kindly, and he was gratitude to the Venerable Sariputta. In front of the Buddha, he was standing there how the beautiful teaching can get, and how beautiful Venerable Sariputta teaching, and the benefit for him and benefit for the many people. He was praying and gratitude again for the Venerable Sariputta to the Buddha. So the Buddha listened to it. He didn't have any jealous, He was so happy, So, yes, what you told us is correct. And Venerable Sariputta had very good wisdom, very good knowledge, and very good karma, and very good support to the human, to the beings. As the Buddha agreed that. In the end, after that, and he went back to the heaven. So, I don't know now he practiced or not. Difficult to tell. Sometimes he might enjoy meditation, or I don't know what he's doing now. Okay. So that is the method to practice from the beginning up to the end, to the anti-arahant. It's very systematically we can do it. But before this sutta, we need to understand how to practice anti-sotapan. After sotapan, only you practice this method, maybe easier for you. Without that, it's very difficult to understand five aggregate nama rupa, okay? Okay? And so, thank you very much for your patience. And say, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.